Title: She said she was waiting for marriage, then I found a video with her ex. She told me she was saving herself for the right person. That I was that person. No sex. No pressure. No shame. That's what she said from the beginning. And I believed her. I respected her for it. But then I found the video. And everything, every sweet memory, every late-night conversation, every sacrifice I made, turned into a punchline I didn't know I was part of. This is the story of how I fell for a lie wearing a halo, and how a single video shattered the illusion she spent years crafting. Let's call her Emily. We met in college, senior year. She was the quiet type, very book-over-bar kind of woman. Elegant. Soft-spoken. She wasn't flashy like the girls in my department who lived for club nights and filtered selfies. She carried a journal. Read philosophy. Wore oversized sweaters and sipped chamomile tea. Basically, the kind of girl you don't just date. The kind you marry. That's how she framed it too. I'm not like other girls, she told me on our fourth date, after I leaned in and kissed her neck. I want to wait until it really means something. Until we're married. I wasn't some walking hormone. Sure, I was surprised, but I respected it. She was upfront, and I appreciated the honesty. I stopped pressuring. In fact, I started planning. I pulled away from casual friends who didn't align with her values. She didn't ask me to, but she'd make comments like, "Do you really think Sarah just wants to study with you?" So I distanced myself. I deleted old messages, cut off exes, even stopped following models or influencers because she said she found it disrespectful. And she gave so much in return, or at least it felt like it. She'd write me long letters. Sing in the car. Dance barefoot in my kitchen. She had this charm that made every ordinary day feel poetic. She was pure. At least, that's what she said. She'd laugh about hookup culture. Tell me she'd only ever had one boyfriend. Said she regretted even that. Claimed it ended because he wanted things she couldn't give. I admired that about her. Or I thought I did. Until last month. We were planning to move in together. Not for fun, we had signed up for a marriage prep course through her church. She wanted everything to feel intentional, I agreed. We shopped for furniture. Picked wall colors. She was always on her phone Pinteresting ideas. One day she dropped it on the floor, and the screen cracked. She asked me to transfer her data to her new phone while she was in the shower, something I've done dozens of times before. I plugged both phones into my laptop, hit the transfer, and let it run. That's when I saw it. The hidden album. Not the regular photo gallery. The hidden one you need Face ID for. But because I was holding her phone. It scanned my face by accident. The screen blinked. Opened. And there they were. At first, it didn't click. Just blurred thumbnails, but the first few seconds of the top video autoplayed. A guy's voice. Her giggle. A bed. Movement. My chest tightened. I tapped the video. She was on top of him. Whispering. Laughing. She looked younger. But not much. The timestamp? 8 months ago. We had been together for over a year at that point. My hands went cold. My ears buzzed. I opened the next one. And the next. There were dozens. Different locations. Same guy. Same voice. Same Emily. In one of them, she was wearing my hoodie. The same one she asked to borrow the weekend I had the flu. In another, he joked. Bet your little virgin boyfriend wouldn't believe this. She laughed. He thinks I'm saving myself for him. Poor guy. When she walked back into the room, towel in her hair, humming, I was still staring at the screen. Her face dropped. Why are you on my phone? I didn't speak. I just held it up. She froze. And for the first time, the mask cracked. She reached for the phone. I pulled it back. Was it ever real? I asked. Her mouth opened. Nothing came out. Then the excuses came. It was a mistake. I didn't know how to tell you. It ended, I swear. You don't understand, I wanted to be better with you. That last one broke me. I wanted to be better with you. So I was the redemption project? The guy she pretended to be pure for? The chump who paid for dinner while she giggled on camera for someone else? I packed a bag and left. She cried. Called. Left voicemails saying she only lied because she cared, said I was the first guy who actually deserved the truth. But she never gave it to me. Now here's where it got even worse. We were both from very Christian families. Church every Sunday. Youth group on Wednesdays. Her dad was even a deacon. When I stopped showing up to events, her family reached out. I told them we broke up. I didn't give details. Then came the blame. Her mother called me sobbing, saying I had led her daughter on. Her dad left me a voicemail. I raised Emily to be a godly woman, and you just discarded her like trash. Her aunt even texted my mom, calling me spiritually immature. And my own parents? They wanted to mediate. They organized a dinner. Said we all needed to talk as a family. I showed up because they wouldn't drop it. Emily was there. So were her parents. Mine too. It was a full-on intervention. They started light, prayer, soft voices. Then her mom said, "Emily told us everything. She made a mistake, but she's repented. Can't you see she's trying?" Her dad added, "True men of God don't throw people away when they fall." My mom chimed in, "Maybe this is the enemy trying to destroy a good thing." I sat there, silent, while they tried to twist the knife of guilt. They had no idea what Emily had done. No idea what I had seen. That night, I realized something. She didn't just cheat. She weaponized faith. She made me the villain in a story where she wore the crown of suffering. If you're still listening at this point, take a moment to like and subscribe. Some stories need to be heard, even if they hurt. Especially when no one else would believe you. I tried to let it go. But the pressure, the judgment, the sanctimony, it boiled in me. Until one night, I snapped. I opened my laptop. Pulled the files I had transferred during the phone swap. 3 videos. One with her ex laughing. One where she mocks me. One where she's wearing the purity ring her father gave her. I created an anonymous Gmail. And I sent them, to her mom. Her dad. Her pastor. Subject line, "The truth your daughter won't tell you." No signature. No words. Just the files. The fallout wasn't instant. But when it came, it was scorched earth. Emily texted me, "What the FK did you do?" Then came silence. A week later, I heard from mutual friends that her dad resigned from the church board. Her mother stopped showing up to women's group. Her cousin posted some vague Bible quote about deception in the flock. Emily tried to spin it. Said it was revenge porn. But she never filed charges. She knew the legal line I hadn't crossed. There was no nudity, no leaks online. Just a family email thread and 3 cold, undeniable truths. She deleted everything. Changed numbers. Moved cities. I heard through the grapevine she had to transfer universities. The church dropped her family from the volunteer roster. Her father never forgave her, and she told people it was me who destroyed her. But here's the thing. She built a lie out of scripture, out of trust, out of fake virtue, and stood on it like a pulpit. Until the truth kicked the floor out. Was it cruel? Yes. Was it righteous? Maybe not. But it was justified. She shamed me into silence. Tried to paint me as ungrateful. Spiritually lost. Immature. And I nearly let her. But sometimes, the only way to break a mask is to let the world see what's behind it. Like and subscribe for more stories people are too ashamed to tell out loud.